There's gear speed. Gear coming down. And now let's go ahead. Alright, we are pulling up here to an old rundown hangar.
Cool. Now I get asked a bunch of times over and over and over again, Jimmy, how do you find all these crazy cool deals? Well, you're in for a treat. I'm going to share with you my exact method of how I hunt and find cool deals on airplanes and all the websites and everything else I use. Here's the sites that I go to. Trade a Plane, Barnstormers, Hangar 67, the Evil Bay, Face Page, Marketplace, and the classic Craigslist. So today, let's just see what we got. And I'm looking for a faster airplane, low to high. Let's see what kind of deals we can find. Grumman Aero Commander, 60 grand, there you go. An Aztec 75, that's not a bad deal. Buy that one, I've got the extra one at my house. A 310R 75, wow. An Apache, there you go. Hey, I know where you can get one of them. 337, these are just funny. They got a motor in the front and in the back. It's weird. And look at all the stuff. What I like about this one, it shows you the specs. So you can look up some of the just basic. Now they're not totally accurate all the time, but gives you a fun way to look at that. And then you go to Barnstormers, search the ads. Ooh, you know what? Let's put in, yes, let's see what we can find. Who doesn't want an Aerostar? Those things are just awesome. That is a sexy beast. Yeah. Yes, please. Hangar 67. This one's kind of neat because it pulls from a lot of the other different sites. It just kind of skims everything else and pulls it all together. So let's see what we got here. You'll find different airplanes on here. Yeah, I like these Aerostars. All right, there you go, there you go. Pretty cool airplanes there. And then the old Evil Bay, as some people call it. How about a Bonanza? These are pretty cool airplanes. Buy it now, 15 grand. What in the heck? Gear up. You see? Somebody else needs one of those t-shirts that say Gumps check. You can see it bent right there on that side. Right there. And that side. Look at that. Yep. He's got those new fancy Q-tip props. We got old Face Page Marketplace. Lots of fun stuff on this. Cessna 150, a 210. Home-built twin engine. What the heck is that? What the heck is that thing? Yep, that's definitely an experimental. What the heck? This is how I find my deals. You just look through a whole bunch of ads. I usually say 1%. Only about 10% of that is even possible good deal. And then of those, you know, maybe 1 or 2 turn out. So for every 1,000 airplanes I look at, maybe 5 of them are potential deals. That's just how it goes. You look through a bunch of these things. Basically your whole life is spent looking at airplanes, trying to find the right one and the right price with the right background and history, all that kind of stuff that fits what we do with trying to get them back into airworthy condition, get them flying again. It's not just any of them will work. I did find a very special airplane that we need to go look at. I'm gonna go change, we're gonna head out to the airport, and we're gonna go look at a freaking awesome airplane. One that I've been searching for about 2 years, ever since I found out that it existed. Yeah, let's go. Found that thing on the interwebs, and now we're gonna hop into old Hot Tater here, buzz on down there. And the reason you may ask, I wanna get there faster in the Lancer. I would, however, do you see all that? Right now it's not too bad, but that has been building like crazy, and I imagine in about 2 hours, 3 hours when I'm coming back, it's just gonna be all kind of crazy. So we want something that's IFR and will get us through some of the rougher stuff a little better than Cameron, who's our like sports bike, our cafe racer, if you will. And this is like the station wagon, the pickup truck. Yep. Let's get on the road. What you may or may not be able to tell is how much I'm sweating right now. according to this, it's 105 degrees outside, and then that not including the inside. So we need to get some air conditioner turned on. And everybody's favorite, can I get a clue prop?
Can I get a clear prop? Whew, a little bit of breeze. Okay, if I don't like anything, we're pulling it back, landing straight ahead. As soon as we got a positive rate, no more runway, we're going to commit. If anything goes wrong, we're going to stay in left traffic and just work our way around. Here we go. Airspeed is alive. Everything is looking good, feeling good. There's rotate. We are out of runway. Here coming up. About 1,000 foot a minute. We are now at 2,000 for 7,500. Everything's looking good. Let's just hope for a boring flight for the rest of it. Now that we're cruising, we're still gonna climb up to 9,500 just to get above all this cloud layer. The airplane we're going to look at is something I've been trying to find for a couple years now, and I may have found a pretty good deal on one. And it's the only thing that's, well, besides the MiG, piston propeller powered, it's the only thing faster than the Lancer, than Cameron. Yeah, I can't wait. And you guys are gonna die when you see this thing. 700 horse twin turbocharged. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Woo! 8,500 for 9,500. I decided to go ahead and climb on up here to 11,500 because we got a ridge of clouds happening right before where we need to go. And there's pretty much cloud and storms all around where we're going. And for this very moment, it says that it's clear. Yeah, it's hot, and we got lots of thunderstorm action. It's a normal July day in Florida. And I'm hoping we'll be able just to get on the other side of this little ridge of, looks like popcorn clouds. And it'll be clear like it is here over there, though. You got all that? Okay, got it. Captain. We're going to be cruising at 11,500 feet, trying to dodge all these clouds and puffy things. Now, in the best of worlds, we're going to get down here, we're going to look at the airplane, maybe close the deal on it, and then turn around and boogie forward before this stuff gets where I just can't even fly until like 9 o'clock tonight. And we may have to do a loop down there. Or a long straight in. Yeah, we'll just do a long straight in. There's gear speed. Gear coming down. 1, 2, and 3. We always like that. No mirror on this one. And now let's go ahead. Alright, we are pulling up here to an old rundown hangar, and we're here.
Cool.
Hey Jimmy, how are you?
Yo!
Good to finally meet you.
Must be Greg.
I'm great. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So is this 15 or 17? Which one is
17.
17. And what's the differences between the 17 and the 15? The UTI, the 15 UTI.
Okay, obviously UTI has 2 seats. Most of them were converted from single seat. After the 15, they built the 17, and they lengthened the fuselage about 3 feet because the 15 had a waggle in it.
That's right. This is a lot longer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they swept the wings back. It has a double sweep wing on it. As you can see, it comes back here, 45 degrees to here, and then it comes out to 43. And it has 3 fences instead of 2. It builds more speed, more stable. Because a 15, its maximum speed would tend to warp a wing and it would go into a roll. So they had to come in with a 17. It's 1,000 pounds heavier and a lot stronger wing.
Wow. Well, as cool as this is, I'm not even actually here for the MiG. I'm here for the Aerostar, baby. And that's not a normal Aerostar. That is a Superstar 700. The fastest one they make. Woo! What year?
1979.
79. And it's an Aerostar, but it's a hopped up Aerostar. It's a hot rod.
It's a 601P that was converted in the factory.
Check this out.
And the short props.
So the intercooler is down there.
Yes. On some of them, they had the intercoolers in the wing root, but this one has it here. I kind of like it like this. It looks like a hot rod car with the scoops hanging out the bottom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the short props.
Yeah, if you had the long props on this engine conversion, it'd be a 680 instead of a 700.
Interesting, okay.
And it removes the vibration. They're a lot quieter. Takes away all your torque. I can tell you a night and day difference between a long prop and a short prop. A long prop Aerostar has a lot of torque. It feels like you're going down the runway. You nail this one, you're going down the runway, you keep going like, when's that torque coming? Because if you ever flew a different model than a 700, you're used to that torque and putting you back in the seat. This isn't quite like that. And I've noticed, even though they got more power, they tend to take about another 1,000 feet of runway.
How long have you had it?
I've had this about 3-4 years.
Okay.
Again, I have to go back and look at paperwork because I've had so many aircraft, and I usually pick them up, and I don't even know when the bill of sale goes through. I have no idea. I just come and go with aircraft. I like you.
Yeah, it's a disease, isn't it?
It is a disease, and it's an expensive disease.
Yes, it is. So I gotta know, and after just a quick glance, I've never seen paint this bad on an airplane. What's the story behind the paint?
You know, the only thing I can figure out, and I've never seen it like this either, but I've seen it on cars. And the cars would sit outside in the ice, and then people come by and scrape the ice off. And that's what that looks like. It's like you had ice on it and scraped it off. Now it's only on the nose, it's only on the top of the wings. Everything else is in good shape. So I have to assume that it was done by man.
How many hours are on this airplane?
Let's take a peek. I think it's right here. I think it's 3,000. It's like 3010, 3012. It's kind of dark in it.
And this, you have seats at home that are not this one.
This seat does not go to this aircraft. This comes out of another project aircraft. I have a 601A model, which is short wing, turbocharged. It was the fastest model until they come out with this one. Yeah, I sent the seats out. I had them reupholstered, and they now have sheepskin covers on them, sheepskin headrest, everything.
Speed-wise, the fastest piston twin ever made. What speed are we talking?
You're talking about 279 knots at altitude. Yeah.
And that's true airspeed, obviously. At what altitude?
I believe it's something in low 20s.
22 or something.
Yeah.
Man, that is cooking. How much gas are you drinking going that
Well,
fast?
that's the thing. This is the thirstiest Aerostar. On takeoff, I see 52 gallons an hour.
Whoa. What would these go? You think we can fire these up and see what it sounds like?
Yep, you can. Yeah. Sure can.
What do you think, you guys? Should we get definitely a project?
I don't know if you heard me, but this tug is built by DeLorean.
That's a DeLorean?
It's a DeLorean. It's a DeLorean T40. DeLorean had a government contract and built tugs before he built his car. And this is a DeLorean. So I always say, I own a DeLorean.
That's pretty neat, a convertible.
It is. Master's here. Turn on alternators. Okay. These engines tend to flood really simple. So what I do is I put it up here like this, and we go through a normal check. You can check the fuel on or off. But we're just going to start up on the ground. We're not going for a flight. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to prime this one. And I'm going to look at the fuel pressure here. 1, 2, 3. About as soon as I hit 3 and it starts to grab, it goes up. I stop. I pull everything back down. I do the other engine. Same thing. Watch it again. 1, 2, 3. I'll take that one about 4 right there. Come back, pull down. We always start the outside engine, go about half. You go up just about a quarter, just pretty much like anything. And then here, boost pump's off for now. For start, we leave it off because I like to have my mixture on, otherwise it'd be flooding itself right now. So. It usually starts a lot quicker than that.
Wow, that started up a lot easier than I thought it was going to.
Oh, it starts usually catches on a 3rd, 4th blade. But I haven't started for probably, seriously, a month. It hasn't been started.
Wow. And I'm surprised because I am about as close as you can get to the propeller, and it's honestly pretty quiet right here.
Yeah, and because of the short props, and I just put the boost on, so now it has to run with the boost on. Okay, so we're gonna do this one. I got a little bit more fuel into it. I don't have to shut the door or anything, but I would always tell you to close your door to start it. And just out of habit, so that you won't get a bad habit, we'll go ahead and shut the lower door. And you absolutely, no matter what happens, you never ever put your hand out here because the prop will take it off.
Because you'll get your hand cut off.
That's right. You can reach up here and you can grab this to close the door, but we're not going to fly, so I'm not going to close the door. Okay? And here we go. We're ready for the next one. Go.
And you got a can get a clear prop.
Well, since we're out in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody around, I'll go through. Clear prop.
Now these, you don't steer the nose with the water pole, you steer with this little button right.
Correct. And there's an optional steering up here, which I've had aircraft with this steering. This is natural, this is very unnatural. So I prefer the one here, but I hadn't converted it yet. You know what's nice about that is that you can actually taxi on one engine because you have electric nose steering. You don't need differential. It'll go anywhere you want on one engine. And a lot of times, I'll shut down one engine on a long taxi and go in on one engine. They say not to, it wears out your bushings, but I've never wore out a bushing yet. This is that door jar I told you about. It's functional now, it looks good.
Man, that is amazing. Oh yeah, there you go.
But
I'm still just surprised how quiet it is in here.
And, yes, short props. And an Aerostar at about 2,200 RPM has a resonance. It's called Aerostar resonance, and it goes wong, 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 and they cured that with short props. So there's a lot of benefits to the conversion and the short props.
Man, and now this is my favorite part of this airplane. Look at that. Yeah. Does the autopilot still work?
Yep, autopilot works. You're charging on both alternators now. You see the lights went out, everything's charging, everything's good. We're sitting at, I'm going to bring the engine on just a little bit. I like to run the RPM higher than on a non-turbo plane because it keeps the turbos oiled and keeps them cool. The turbos are so expensive that you want to baby the turbos the same as you want to baby the engines because it's a crazy amount of money if you don't. And you notice the boost pumps are on. They'll stay on now, and they'll stay on indefinitely until you come in to shut the engine down.
Huh.
Not like the others. You only need a
great.
boost pump for takeoff and landing.
You don't do a boost pump check and all that stuff?
What's a boost pump check?
Well, like where you taxi and you turn it off to make sure the engine's moving. Oh yeah, there you go. Yep. And just like in Florida, it's raining. We've not struck a deal on the Aerostar yet. I'm still waiting for title search to come back. If that comes back clean, and I gotta do some number crunching for some paint work and some other stuff here. If we can get all those numbers to work out, we gonna get us an Aerostar 300 miles an hour. Doggy, that's awesome. What do you guys think? Put in the comments. You guys crazy enough? Is this crazier than the other stuff that I've done? Kind of looks that way. Sweet. Alright, boost pumps are on. All that stuff is good. And get it on the roll. Airspeed is alive. Ooh, we got quite a crosswind. There we go. Had to get off the ground before that stuff. Holy gomer. Now I see blue sky, but I also see a crap load of clouds. See that? That is just terrible. That's what that is. Man, just look at that wall. Nice. Boom, over land. Look at that. Wow. Plant City traffic, this is Apache 131 Delta Papa on an extended left base for runway 28, Plant City.